My name is Sarah Stonier. I went to the Bachelor of Nursing program. I'm a registered nurse. I chose to go to nursing school because I thought I wanted to be a doctor. And I thought that was a good stepping stone. And about 2 years in, I realized, no, I don't want to be a doctor. I want to be a nurse, and I love being a nurse. I actually had one university tell me, no, you'll never pass the nursing exam, so we won't give you a spot because we're just going to waste it on you. And that was really disheartening to hear, just have people tell you that we're not even going to give you a shot. All my life, people have told me that you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. And I really, really love proving people wrong and saying, absolutely, I can do this. I can stand up and I can be who I want to be. My disability isn't the deciding factor in my life. It's just part of who I am. So when I heard that no from that one university, they said, no, like, we're not even going to offer you a spot, forget it. I cried. I cried a lot. I talked to my parents, who are wonderful, wonderful advocates for me, and they've really helped me become a strong self-advocate as well. And they were like, listen, go somewhere else. Keep trying. Don't give up. I worked really, really hard to get really good grades in high school and have wonderful recommendations from teachers to continue on to post-secondary. So for me, when I got that no, I just ignored it and I kept going, and I was very lucky to get a spot in nursing school. It was tough. It's really tough. You have to stand up and say, this is me, this is my disability, you know, here's my reality, let's make it work. And if you don't, it's going to be a lot harder for you in the long run. And I was so lucky because I did that all through my 5 years of university. My professors were very accommodating. My professors understood, they worked with me, the accommodations that, you know, I was given were sometimes more than I needed, so they worked with me to find that right balance of what I needed and what I didn't need. For instance, one of the things is like, oh, you have to write your exam in a separate room, which I only really needed when I had to handwrite an essay. If it was just a bubble fill-in sheet, I didn't need that. So it took a little give and take with my professors to figure out what worked and what didn't work. And then from there, it was fantastic, and I had a really, really good experience because I was able to self-advocate and stand up and say, this is what I need. I was really lucky because I didn't face physical barriers. I have lots of friends who have, you know, physically not been able to get into classrooms, or, you know, the walking paths aren't clear for them because they have visual impairment. So I'm really lucky that I didn't have a physical barrier. But the barriers were mostly in, you know, the teachers not understanding that I needed it. Can you explain it a different way? Explain it again. Change your contexting. Let's try this again. You know, sitting in a sim lab, which is with the simulators, and doing the same procedure 5, 10, 15, 20 times to get it right, where, you know, my classmates got it 2 times and they're fine. So it was the barriers were mostly in changing people's attitudes and changing people's thought process. And I did encounter people that did not want to change and flat out told me, I don't think you should be a nurse because of your disability. Thankfully, those were far and few between. And my professors that were hardest on me when I was in school and were the toughest on me are the ones that are most happy that I'm here now. My success in finishing university came from a lot of places. Number one, my parents. They were super, super supportive of me throughout nursing school. My professors, my community of students were super, super supportive for me. And then knowing that nursing doesn't have a one avenue. When people think nursing, they think hospital, 12-hour shifts, 10, 15 patients. And that's really what nursing is not. Nursing is, it's in the community, it's in nursing homes, it's visiting, it's working as respite nurse, which is what I do in the community. So there's lots of other avenues out there, and think that's what really helped me succeed is knowing that I didn't have to follow this one specific path. I could find my own path, which I have, and I'm very lucky to have done that. I think for any student with a disability, my advice would be don't let your disability define you. Don't let people tell you what your disability means. Because if you do, then you're not meeting your own expectations. You're not doing your fullest potential. And I think that no matter what you want to be, at least try. It's always worth it. It's always worth the shot, because you never know where you're going to end up.